Hello and welcome back to Airfix Beyond the Basics. In this video we'll walk through building the Airfix Space Shuttle gift set. This kit dates back to older tooling, so some areas may require a bit of extra care, but with patience and proper preparation, it builds into an impressive display model. We'll start with the largest assemblies, the fuel tank and booster bodies. These need to be glued, cleaned and primed before adding any smaller details. Doing all the seam work now ensures a cleaner finish and avoids sanding around delicate parts later. The fuel tank comes in two main halves and a separate nose cone. Glue the halves together, ensuring good alignment along the length of the seam. Some kits may have slight variations in how the parts meet, so using strong clamps help maintain a straight, secure join while the glue dries. Once dried, sand the seam smooth using progressively finer grits. Do the same with the nose cone, then attach it using the keyed locating tab. There's also a central band with decals that wrap around the tank, so keep the seam in this area tidy. When complete, attach the stand mounting piece to the underside of the tank. This will eventually support the whole model. Prime the tank. Black primer works well under the varied orange-brown tank colour. The real shuttle tanks varied in shade, so build up the colour in slightly irregular, mottled layers to create a more authentic finish. Once happy with the tone, apply a clear gloss varnish to the central band to prepare for decals. Apply these one at a time. Each strip is long and fragile, so don't attempt all three at once. Seal the decals with a final matte coat. Now the tank is complete, we can move on to the attachment hardware. Now we must remove, clean and prime the attachment parts. These are the frames that connected the shuttle to the tank. These pieces look rough on the sprue, but clean up nicely. Paint them in their respective metallic and sandy tones, then attach them carefully to the tank. Leave off the forwardmost part for now to avoid accidental breakage. Next we begin the orbiter. Since this model will be mounted to the tank in launch configuration, the payload bay doors should be closed. Even though the internal detail isn't required, you must still install the internal structural plate. It adds necessary strength to the fuselage. The clear parts have external flanges and are designed to be inserted from the inside. Install them before joining the fuselage halves, or you risk dropping them inside where they can't be retrieved. Glue the windscreen pieces from the inside. Any glue marks will be hidden later by decals. Fit the internal brace and temporarily dry fit the opposite fuselage half while it cures, ensuring proper alignment. We paint the inside of the cockpit glazing black to simulate depth. This kit has no cockpit interior, so this provides a clean appearance once closed. Glue the fuselage halves together and allow to fully cure. Fit the rear engine mount plate, then attach the lower wing insert, ensuring the tabs slot snugly into place. You can now close the undercarriage doors. They are not used in the launch configuration. Attach the upper wings, and once the airframe is assembled, spend time sanding all seams smooth. This kit benefits greatly from careful filing. Prime the orbiter in grey to help reveal imperfections, and once corrected, spray a gloss white base coat. The orbiter's finish won't remain glossy in the end, but the gloss helps with decal adhesion at this stage. The kit relies heavily on decals for panel lines, glazing and markings. Apply the windscreen and window decals to form the framing and glazing effect. Many decals act as guides for colour demarcations, especially around the nose and fuselage stripes. Apply the necessary decals first, seal them with 2 layers of clear lacquer, then mask over them to paint the black and grey areas. Ensure the lacquer is fully cured before applying masking tape to avoid lifting the decals. Work methodically around the underside, which is mostly black with a grey leading edge. Masking is time consuming but crucial for clean lines. Once complete, finish with a satin or matte varnish depending on the desired appearance. Attach the rear engine bells and auxiliary engines. You can give them a metallic sheen using graphite or pencil lead. This enhances the detail and avoids an overly glossy metal look. The boosters build almost the same to the fuel tank, 2 halves each. Superglue is useful here as it acts as both adhesive and gap filler, reducing the need for putty. Glue on the end caps and the mounting lugs, and before the glue cures, test fit the boosters to the tank to ensure perfect alignment. Once seams are cleaned, prime the boosters in grey, then apply multiple coats of gloss white. They are awkward to hold, so paint them in sections, allowing each area to dry before moving on. Now it's time to mask and paint the black banding. It's an involved process, but essential for accuracy. After painting, apply a gloss coat, add the decals, then seal with a satin varnish. You can now fit the booster exhaust, giving them the same graphite treatment as the shuttle's engines. Attach the boosters to the tank at their mounting points using strong adhesive. Once secure, glue the shuttle in place. Ensure connections are fully cured before placing the model onto the stand. Despite its age and a few areas that benefit from extra care, the Airfix Space Shuttle gift set builds into a striking display piece. With patience in seam work, careful masking, and attention to the decal sequence, you can achieve a clean, accurate model that showcases the full shuttle launch configuration. This has been Airfix Beyond the Basics, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.